Hello and welcome back to another fabulous channel. I'm Jacob from Jacob's here. In case you guys have never been here before, if you guys have never been here before, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Jacob. We have a channel over here called Jacob is Here. I also stream over on Twitch just about every day. A VOD channel, a book channel, a movie channel. It's very complicated. I podcast, my brother, all this stuff is going to be linked down below. In case you guys like me and you guys want to see more of me, those are the places to see. I will also say that this is the second time I'm doing the Big Brother challenge. This is Big Brother Townies is what I'm calling it, or Big Brother Season 2. So I'll also link the first season in case you guys want to see that as well. There's also going to be chapter times linked down below because I do a previously on at the beginning of every episode and things like that. I have a few rules and stuff to go over, and so if you just want to jump into the game, you're familiar with the rules. Mine are a little bit different, but they're basically the same rules, so you'll be able to pick up on it pretty quick. Go right ahead and jump right into the actual episode starting. I'd also like to mention that we'll have a 24-hour live feed as well, and down below is an unlisted video over onto my VOD channel that's the same cover or whatever. You have to click on the link to get to the 24-hour live feed, and the only thing that's not, it's the only thing that's going to be edited in 24-hour live feed are the big moments. We're talking nominations, if anybody uses the veto, and then of course eviction. Those three things will be the edited version that I do for the normal video, just because they're a little more stylized. Everything else will be in that except for me building the set and doing all that fun stuff, all that stuff we cut out. But if you guys want to hear all the nitty-gritty, all the conversations going on throughout the week, that's the place to go, and they'll be uploaded on the same day, same time, in case you guys want to watch that version instead of it. It'll be significantly longer. I'm assuming at least 30 to 40 minutes longer if you are interested in that. You totally can. I'd like to mention that this is also going to be uploaded 3 times a week instead of 2 times. So we're doing Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Sunday will be HOH nominations, Thursday will be veto, and then Thursday will be eliminations. That's essentially what it's going to be. So these episodes might contain a little more game in them just because they're going to be shorter. I'm not really sure, but once again, that at 24-hour, I think it's always linked. The next thing obviously we got to talk about is the Big Brother rules. Some of these rules will be different as we go through. Plus I have some basic stuff to tell you guys about it, and then we'll introduce all the characters. Once again, I picked 8 Townies from The Sims 4 that I personally have some ear connection with, or I really like, I wanted to see participate in this game, and so I'm very, very looking forward to it. The way that this series works, and let me know if there's anything else, if you think that should be a better reward, but normally I feature that sim in a future Let's Play. More likely they'll be featured in my Growing Together Let's Play, because that has so many more parts to go, so I'm sure I'll just weave them into the storyline. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about the Big Brother rules, since I talked about what you get when you win it. How does it work? So, the Big Brother Sims 4 rules, once again, these are basically the same ones you can find everywhere else, but I did change a few things as playing it and figuring things out. The first thing is, 8 contestants go into the house without knowing one another. They have to build a relationship while they play the game. I cannot do anything to affect this, except for groups, which I'll explain a little bit later on. First, enter an HOH competition. Someone is crowned. The first 2 people to fail the HOH competition are the have-nots. And what this means is, as soon as they enter the house, they're going to go directly into an HOH competition. So that'll be the first thing. If you jumped into the video, you'll see. The have-nots are the cleaners and the repairers. You can have the same 2 have-nots multiple weeks in a row until a certain week, and then there will be none. To make the have-nots more distinctive, all their outfits will actually get changed to the same exact. I'm going to have a copy of all their outfits, but one of their outfits will be a suit that they wear for every outfit. It's going to be like a bunny suit or something along those lines. That way I know personally that they're the have-nots and things like that. They'll still participate in everything like normal. On Wednesday morning, your HOH will put up 2 people for eviction. You'll use the UI cheat extension mod to see relationship points. The 2 will always go up. Maybe I'll jump to a clip of Jacob showing you what that means, or you guys will find out as we go along. It's very simple, very easy, but UI cheat extension is important for my version of the game. Wednesday evening, you have the veto competition. Veto works. If a nominee wins, they take themselves off the block, but the HO wins, they keep the noms the same. Only the HOH and the 2 noms compete. I've seen other versions where they add 6 or 7 players into it. One, it just doesn't make sense for having such a short amount of players in this game, but also it just makes sense in my brain for the HOH, they would want to keep the same, and the 2 noms are trying to take each other off. So then on Saturday, we have eviction. Everyone in the house votes for the 2 up except the HOH unless there is a tie. You can use the cheat. I recommend using the UI cheat extension mod for this too, because you can check and see the points, and the points are based on who they're voting for. During the week, you can put up things to help them out for the following week's challenges, such as if it's logic week, put on chessboards or game boards or something to help build up that logic skill that could give them an advantage in the future competitions. In the HOH special room, I recommend adding a luxury on Thursday to Saturday, so everyone has a chance to talk to HOH before they disappear to their room. Plus, after Wednesday, you can allow the 2 highest relationships to go in there as well, and not just the HOH, because it's normally just locked for the HOH. So essentially what that means is that for the first 3 or 4 days that they are HOH, if you put a luxury in there, such as a TV or a computer, they're only going to want to use that object because they're a sim. So I actually recommend don't putting in there until about Thursday, and then you can also allow those extra people to join in. Obviously, I don't really recommend that the first week, but weeks past that, you totally can do that. Essentially, what's following is Sunday will be HOH Comp, Wednesday morning is Noms, Wednesday evening is Veto, then Saturday is Night Eviction. You will obviously need the UI extension mod to play this version of the challenge, as you will need to see the relationship points the people invoke and evict them. Some tips to make the game easier: play on 2x speed during competitions, stop needs autonomy, and fix the ladder accordingly. All those things, the stop needs autonomy, you just need to type in testing cheats enable true, and the fix the ladder accordingly, you just need the UI extension mod. You can fix everything right there. You can change all the seasons back. I recommend playing in Oasis Springs just because it's normally all sunny and there's normally not that much water. That means we get to go jump in, and I get to introduce you to the Townies I chose. I'm very, very excited. Then we'll jump into the veto competition, the HOH competition, and we'll go from there. I will mention, in case you're watching the live feed, the evening of the HOH competition is actually me cut out just because I still take all their photos, and I plan on doing that during the point where they're supposed to be sleeping because I started so late in the day. So really, the game doesn't start till Monday. Sorry about that. It's fine. They're all going to be well rested, ready to go to talk about. So essentially what I want to start with, I'm going to introduce all the characters in case you guys don't know who they are. I'll shout out what worlds they're from, what expansion packs they're from, why I chose them, and also I want to shout out the newer version of the house. It's the same exact replica of the house I used the season prior just because I really liked it. I wanted to showcase everything but the backyard because that's obviously set up for the HOH comp. Let's go ahead and get started. The first person over here, good old Johnny Zest. Johnny Zest is a base game townie. If you have the base game, you automatically have Johnny Zest. He is the estranged son of Nancy, and I can't think of her husband. Why can't I think of her husband? You know what I'm talking about. Nancy Landgrab. It's the estranged son. He wanted to be a comedian. They didn't like that. I also find it funny that they probably don't like the fact he's in Big Brother either, but he's doing it to impress them. I have a strong feeling. Then, as you guys can tell, they have the same hair. This is Jay Huntington III. Jay Huntington III holds a very special place in my heart because he is the founder, one of the founders of my Hatfield Legacy, which is my longest legacy challenge going on for 14 generations. He's part of the originals, and so obviously I had to put him in here to play. He is a horn dog. Then we also have Cameron. He is from Discovery University. He is normally in college when you first meet him. Then we have Vivian Lewis. There's just something about having a comfort person in the household, and I just feel like Vivian is that person. So I obviously had to add her. She is from Willow Creek, the base game as well. She's part of the Lewis Kim family. We have Don Lothario, Willow Creek. It's Don Lothario. I had to put the horn dog in here. And then, of course, we also have Penny Pizzazz. Penny Pizzazz and I have a personal vendetta relationship, and so I figured she should compete as well for her sake and her fairness. We have Katarina. I don't remember Katarina's last name, but she is from Cats and Dogs, and her own entire personality is she loves cats. And then, of course, we also have Corey Nishidake. I think it's how I pronounce the last name, and she is from Snowy Escape. Also, just absolutely adore. All right, let's go ahead and go into it. So this is obviously the front door and things. So you come in to the front door, and you can go both ways. So this way leads upstairs to the bathroom, kitchen type of thing. I didn't really change much about the house. So if you're familiar with the house, it's basically the same thing. So this is where everybody will sit down, and then we also have the two noms and stuff where that all takes place right here for eviction night. And you go down here. We have a few like basic rooms that don't ever get used because there's really no point to them. I actually end up locking this door because that's a TV and we don't want anybody coming in here. This is the storage room. It's pretty iconic, so I keep it, but once again, no one really goes in there just because there really isn't anything you can do except for cooking. So some people do grab food from there, but it's very rare. And then I did change up the rooms to be different styles. This was originally like a grass room, and now it is a country, like full-on horse riding room, just 3 beds and stuff. Then we also have the high school room, I'm gonna call it, and this should fit everybody. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then HOH is upstairs. And then this is technically bed number 7. This is the have-not room. This will be locked for the have-nots. They can only get in here and use this room. But I thought it'd be kind of funny to put things in here that are pretty, obscure. Like, for instance, they can lounge in here, which means they can sleep. I also put a bee bush in here, which they can nap in. And then I also put, Under Stars folding bed, which does nothing for your Sims needs. These are the beds that they could be sleeping in the entire time. Bathrooms stay the same. I didn't really fix anything. There's still a puddle on the ground. This room, I changed up a little bit. This room will have skill building items in it for that week. The first week is all about logic, and so there will be chess tables and things in here to help build the logic. This is going to be, this is the normal kitchen. This is a common place for a lot of people to talk. This wall is the original contenders. In case you watched that season, there is a winner on that wall, and they'll be fixed with the new ones as soon as I take those pictures, which I said will be this evening. Then we go upstairs. We have the HOH room, which is very basic at the moment because no one lives in here. I will somewhat accommodate it to a different version person every week, but it's going to basically stay the same. They have a few other luxuries. They'll have a TV and stuff in here as well, but they have like a nice big toilet. And then you have this space up here, which I feel like a lot of people also use. They use a lot to read the bookshelves, but they also come in here and talk. And I normally do put some skill building items up along this wall, which does accommodate a lot of people to come in and have the conversation as well. But that being said, I'll showcase the backyard once the backyard is set back up. Once again, it is taken down. Let's go ahead and jump into Big Brother. Alright, welcome to the first HOH competition that, like I said, this week is all about logic skills. And so for the HOH, we're going to do chess. I genuinely have no idea what anybody's skills are or anything like that, so I have no idea who has the advantage, who doesn't have the advantage this season. Last season, I had somewhat of a knowledge of who might have an advantage. This season, I really don't know. The people who are pairing up, Vivian will go against Cameron, Corey will go against Dawn, Penny will go against Jay, Katarina will go against Johnny. I didn't realize Don, Johnny, Jay. Wow. All the boys' names all sound the same. But that being said, they will be all going against one another as this competition picks up. The way it works, whoever wins goes on to the next round, and whoever loses comes over and takes a seat on all of these chairs until we're down to the final two. Whoever wins that final two, and so forth and so forth. It's a very fun competition that I'm excited to play. Last time we played chess, there was cheating involved, and I realized I didn't really handle the situation. If they do cheat at all, they're automatically disqualified. That's just how the game plays. So the game, even if they win the round, they still are disqualified immediately. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm nervous. All right, everybody should be slated to play. Doesn't always mean that they're all going to start the same. Okay, it's going to be hard. I have so many games to follow. Best luck. Oh gosh, I already messed up. I always say someone cheats and me not notice it. Good for them. I will say that much. I feel like they're all pretty evenly skilled here, which is kind of nice. And also I don't know who I'm rooting for. I did speed up. Oh, okay, we have some winners. This table. We'll wait until it's all done. Okay, this one's also done. That one's done. So we're just waiting on Cameron and Vivian. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop over here and we're gonna go through the list. So our winner is from the first table would be Vivian, which is great. I love a good, like, I just love the fact that she's in here playing this game. I'm so excited for Vivian. I feel like she's gonna be an underdog this season. We'll see how her comp game is. Her talking game is. But Cameron can come over here and go ahead and take a seat. The next one being Dawn. I feel like Dawn did not win either. Okay, Dawn can come over here and take a seat. That means Vivian and Corey will go up against one another. Coming down here to this table, let's see, Jay won or Jay lost? Jay did win and Penny did lose. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Penny can come over here and take a seat. And then lastly, let's see who won over here. If it was Katarina or, oh, it is Johnny. So Katarina is also lost. All right, that being said, the first three to lose are, that's interesting because there's four. How do we do this, guys? There's four of them and it's supposed to be the first three that lose. Well, I guess Cameron, because he got done last, doesn't count. They got done last, so we'll count them as not being last. So our first have-nots are Dawn LaFlaria, Penny Pizzazz, and Katarina are our first have-nots of the season. Oh my god, I think Vivian just cheated. Maybe not, because I reset the board? Okay. Oh. See, this pair makes me sad. I like both these people a lot. I think I like Jay better over here, so maybe I'm rooting for Jay. Vivian, I was rooting for you. I was really rooting for you, Vivian. Okay, well, she can take a seat. She's done. Corey will move on. So we'll see who makes it over here. I might have her go ahead and clean up the board. while we're just doing a little waiting. I don't care.
Mac. Yups.
Oh, I thought that meant Johnny won. I'm so nervous. I really don't. I'm nervous.
In a bush. Oh. Oh. Mac Shade. Yablani.
Okay. Oh, I think it was Jay. Let's see here. Let's go over to Jay. Jay won. I think that's fair. Let me know if you guys disagree with that, but that's where I'm going. Johnny can come over here and take a seat. And now it's between two people that I do like. I do enjoy both these Sims. I do think Jay is pretty much a fuck boy, but here's the thing. I don't know. I'm excited. The excitedness. Oh my gosh. I'm so anxious. Oh, Penny. Like, what is it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Ah! It's so crazy. Directly.
Ha, Shusha.
Mac.
Mac? Oh.
What did
Okay.
Gonshu.
Mac?
Oh, she just.
Brenka.
Wait, hold on. So is he the. Okay. I'm just making sure. I was like, are you the white?
Shippy.
Mac? Oh.
You know, I don't know why I'm trying to pay attention to all this, because I don't really think they pay attention to the colors themselves. I've never really watched them just play the game before.
Ooh. Oh, Charlotte Wanashish.
Mac Che.
Oh, Fimba? Oh, Zatorg.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Corey is our first HOH of the house. That's insane to me. Good job, Corey. I was a little shocked by it, not gonna lie. Welcome to the outro. So this episode actually was a little bit shorter than I had originally intended for it to be, because I was looking at the time, and the time for the actual episode was getting super duper long. There will be no 24-hour live feed because I don't have anything for you to watch. This is all the things that I filmed. It's gonna end obviously right after the HOH competition, and then next episode will begin right after this, and we'll build up to the nom conversation and the veto. We'll do veto. I will have to say this longer HOH comp that I did leave in here, I normally cut out a lot of parts where I'm not talking because there's not a 24-hour live feed and you guys can every little detail. I try to keep as much in it as possible so you guys can see every little detail. That's the whole reason why there's a 24-hour live feed. I also have to mention that on Tuesday's episode, it'll be a mixture of game and also not. So if you guys want to see every little conversation, I highly recommend those 24-hour live feeds. That's why they're there, is so you guys can see every little game, every little relationship build. I jump around the house a lot, and I'm going to try to pull out the most important moments for you guys to see as if we were watching it. But if you want the longer version where I don't really cut anything out, that's all the pauses, whatever they might be, that's all going to be linked. It will be linked in that video. Once again, 24-hour live feeds will start on episode 2, and it'll be linked in the description that you have to click on. Okay, if you guys enjoyed, let me know what you guys' favorite character is. Are you excited for Corey? You guys curious to see what she does for her opening week? I will mention the first week in Big Brother is always a little bit harder just because you're still building relationships. So like the nom ceremony, it's going to be very much low numbers. It's not till week 2 where things get really buzzing, but I'm curious if you have any favorites, any people you're wanting out really soon, anybody you think could be a target. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.